Here's hope for this city come summer, when everything turns to green. Right now, cold wind is making the water gray than I've ever seen. Maybe a company will come and rebuild warehouses rusted right through to the frame. Signs put up, no number, no name. I would not say that everything's fine. That's just life on the borderline. Too close to stay, too far to leave. I guess that's just life on this borderline. Somehow the colors of red, white, and blue have bled into old paint. Is the Canadian dollar strong?
Okay, can I have everyone's attention, please? First of all, guys, thank you very much for showing up today at this very important first of probably a few meetings that we will have to ensure that everybody who is a former ServiCom employee will be totally up to date on any of the developments that is happening with payroll, the transition into a new business owner, ROEs, donations, any updates that we have from the government, etc., etc. I cannot express the disappointment that I've had over the last 48 to 72 hours with regards to how this has all transpired and a lot of the weight that has been left on the shoulders of individuals around this site. I can't express my thanks and gratitude for not only what you've done, but for what you continue to do right now in supporting each other in such a very, very difficult time. I can tell you this, there is nothing more shameful than the way that this business has went out and has left all of us, in a very, very tumultuous situation. Regardless of the time of year, it's much tougher during Christmas, no question, but to me, it was very, very cowardly the way this had happened. But it's my job now to take everyone back into turn, get this stuff rectified with regards to getting people paid and getting this new transaction going. So guys, thank you so much for all your support over this time. Thank you so much. Looking at our first step, guys, what we've done is we've contacted our lawyers with regards to ensuring that we will be getting paid. I know that in the bankruptcy, in the Connecticut filing, there is a pre and post petition to ensure that employees get paid. What I was able to do last evening was go back to our accounts receivable and identify that there's close to $4 million US that is owed out from our clients over the next 30 and 60 days. What we need to do is we need to expedite with our clients, which we are doing right now, to ensure that they move those payments up the ladder sooner than later. So we have that working capital that goes into the factoring group, who then in turn gives it to the banks, and then in turn the bank, the trustee, will then give it to ServiCom to deploy for each individual. We're putting a full court press today on our clients along with the courts to ensure that this happens. So I'm really, really pushing, guys, to hear something even as close as tomorrow or Wednesday on when we can get the payroll out. Now, what I've also requested is the payroll register for, I believe it's the week ending the pay period, the 24th, to ensure, number one, that when the information comes through, we'll be able to get that payroll put into an account and get to the individuals as soon as possible. So more to come on that, but I need you to understand, that is my first and foremost priority when it comes to any of this right now, is that you guys and myself need to get paid. But more importantly, I can bite a bullet for a couple of days as well. It's tough. I mean, there's things that I can't do today that I probably could have done last week, but I want you to make sure that I will be the last person standing here when it comes to getting paid. I've also made it our comment on record as well that they wanted to keep me on a transition team to be paid. I said I'm not accepting any dollars. If I'm forced to accept any pay, I will donate that back to charity because I'm not going to take anything from a business that has basically put us in a tough situation like this. It's not my DNA. It's not in my nature. I want to be fully transparent with everybody. The second piece of this is new ownership. New ownership is key for us to be vital and viable in this community. We've been on with our clients day in and day out, where we've developed even further relationships to ensure that what we've done in the past does not go unnoticed. I've been on with AT&T, I've been on with Allstate this morning, we've been on with SiriusXM, we've been on with OnStar, and they are totally devastated on what has happened here during this time. Not only are we, but our clients are. They know how valuable you guys are to their program, to their portfolio. I mean, they were just shocked and very disappointed. And I can't express the term disappointed on how this went down. Not a call, not a chance to take down data, not a chance to encrypt codes, whatever the case may be. It's left standing with a select group of individuals here in Sydney that need to help me fix this, and a select group that's in the site in Chicago. So I gotta really thank you guys for coming in yesterday and working this so we can get this invoice paid as quickly as possible. The new business opportunity, guys, is huge. This deal was gone down on Wednesday night. I went to work on Thursday, very, very excited that, hey, we are going to see a new day, new light, knowing the profits that we have at this location. We have sacrificed time and time again for the growth of the business, but the business did not grow. The business went into a reverse cycle. It went into unfortunate further debt. That's when the business unit should have been cut back a year or 2 years ago and not grow more debt for the organization. We should have cut that. We didn't, and this is unfortunately what the darn outcome had to be, is everybody out of a job with the whole JNet. This could have been prevented. Unfortunately, it hadn't been. If I had more say, if I knew more about the organization from the JNet side, I would have been definitely pulling towards saying, hey, cut these off now. I know people that are on my team that have been on the operations side. I've said to them many times ago, probably a year ago, 2 years ago, we need to cut these groups, man. This is killing us. We're sacrificing margins. We're sacrificing for our individuals that we have employed gainfully day in and day out to sacrifice for what? For a losing cause. Did not make sense to me. The new business owner I've spoke to has already contacted our clients. He's already contacted our landlord. Our landlord has even said to me on Thursday, Todd, I thought you guys had a deal done. I said, so did I. I said, when I was on December the 6th going for a drive at 12 o'clock with my father to down some food and get back, all of a sudden I received a call from the potential new buyer and said, hey, did you hear the news? I said, no, what's that? He said, the deal did not go through. I can't say exactly what I said, but at the end of the day, it wasn't the choice words that I was expecting. And this guy's a cool cat. I really like the new guy. So anyway, so what happened? He said, the factoring group that we deal with was unwilling to take their monies and put it into the payroll to get people paid. The deal was shut down right there. They are a secured creditor. They would get paid from the clients. The clients have an agreement with the third party, which is the factoring group, to get paid. So they basically wanted to hold us ransom. They've made over $10 million, I found out, in factoring our invoices over since 2011, which is a darn lot of money. The group that we're looking to take in now does not want to factor. They said, hey, we do not want to have to pay you $50 or $60 or $70,000 a month off of $4 million that you generate. Doesn't make sense. We have the working capital. Why would we do it? That's where we're tied up right now in the courts on trying to get out of that agreement because, again, that's part of a very, very, very unfortunate, dirty way of doing business and holding somebody hostage. So by pulling out of that deal, it then gave the gentleman the opportunity to purchase one piece of the business that he only really wanted to purchase anyway, and that was the ServiCom Sydney site. The other two sites, and again, it's based off of not only the profit that we had, guys, but it was the performance. When we had the gentleman come down a couple of weeks ago, and I was kind of surprised as to why he wanted me to pick him up in Halifax. I was like, that's the last thing I need to do is go to Halifax. Picked him up, drove down, And this guy talked to me for 4 hours like he was a friend. He was someone that was passionate. He was someone that was concerned, someone that really wanted to make things happen. Went back, gave a glowing review of the call center, how it looked, how the people were, how friendly they were, and more importantly, how intelligent they were. It's like, you know what, we gotta make a deal. So we have the support, guys, of this new potential buyer. He's working around the clock. I was on the phone with him last night until 11 o'clock. He's 2 hours behind us. He's at Central Time. I know you guys all know that because of the dialer. But with that being said, this guy is working it. I'm telling you, he's working around the clock. Next steps is basically, we've been also provided, okay, a ton of support from the community. It's overwhelming on how much Cape Bretoners will rally behind each other in a tough time. I cannot thank the businesses, individuals, just the camaraderie, people sitting back and saying, you know what? Wow, what an unfortunate situation to happen. What can we do to help? I had someone contact me today to say, hey, I want to make an anonymous donation to the group, and they're looking at it right now, which is a pretty substantial amount for an individual. I don't have the privy to release that right now. I'm working the details on those guys giving this to a nonprofit organization, which in turn the nonprofit organization will be providing a dollar figure to each individual that's on our list on December the 6th. So more to come on that, guys. I thought I had that one locked down today. We just need to make sure that we do this all above board and that there is nothing that will come back to haunt anyone or bite them in the behind. So you have to realize that we are working this, but I know we're going to close out on this part. We've also developed an internal team that I would like to have Angela Bruce be the chairperson of, and have the support of our agents, probably 10 to 15 guys is what we're looking for, to help us with the donations, to help us with the fundraising, whatever the case may be, to ensure that we have one unified message that allows people to understand that this is clearly above board. 7 GoFundMe pages set up already. I mean, guys, we need to capture this. We need to cultivate this and make sure that we know people in this day of age will take advantage of anybody's opportunities when they're down and out. I don't want to see that happen. This has to be 100% legit. This has to be 100% above board with sign-offs. Just like we do at work, we sign off on what you receive. So we are working on that, and I do want 10 to 15 individuals. I'm pretty sure that probably all of you guys will want to do it. But you know what? We have to keep it to a smaller group to ensure that we are getting the right message out and consistent message out to ensure that we have across the board transparency. So that's what we're working on there.
Shelley and I both work out of the Access Center over on Kings Road. You probably know Service Nova Scotia mostly for the Access Center and Registry Motor Vehicles. But Service Nova Scotia does operate a couple of rebate programs. One of them is a heating assistance rebate program, the HARP program. So individuals may qualify individually or as a family. The easiest way to get information is to go on our website. It's novascotia.ca/heating help. It's a pretty easy, self-guided way to go through to see if you qualify for that program. The other thing that Service Nova Scotia does is partner with the Salvation Army. So they have a program called the Good Neighbor Energy Program. Normally this program doesn't start until January the 15th, but Salvation Army has agreed to start accepting applications early, and will start processing as early as January the 2nd. So for more information, you can go to our website on that as well. Something else that I just got a text here just a few moments ago, another individual with Service Nova Scotia wanted me to remind you folks that the 211 call service has information on an enormous amount of programs here in Nova Scotia. Everything from housing, financial assistance, anything you can really think of, they're the gateway to actually get that information to you. So any questions you may have on any programs, contact 211 and they'll be able to put you in touch with program providers for various programs. Anything else, Shelley?
We just have some of the forms here. We do have some forms here with information for you. Again, Dean mentioned the website that you can go to. There'll also be some forms at the front desk at Access Nova Scotia. The Good Neighbor Energy Fund, the heating rebate information, and the actual application for the heating rebate form. I did go online to try to process it, and it takes about 5 minutes to do. As we mentioned before, you still have to qualify as you did in previous years with the thresholds, as well as with the good neighbor. So all the information is there, and please take advantage of them.
I'll be honest with you, I really appreciate these guys coming today. I mean, they're really trying to help us. I'm hoping, very much so, that when January 1 rolls around or before, we'll be back working. So I appreciate you guys coming, but my target is to get you guys back on payroll ASAP.
I see some friends and neighbors, and I know it's just a terrible time of the year and that you're impacted. So it's a difficult time. So I'm coming to invite you all for a collaborative approach to sessions that we have set up at the province and with our federal partners and some stakeholders as well to help you through this transition. So folks like Access or Service Nova Scotia, Department of Community Services, our own Department of Labor and Advanced Education, the Nova Scotia Work Centers, and Service Canada, who can tell you about your EI, are going to be available on Thursday and Friday of this week at 9:30 and 1 o'clock on both days. And we'll have sign-up sheets before you leave today that we would ask you to sign up for the session so you can find out some more information about what services are available to you from federal, provincial, and the community stakeholders. It's really important that you take the first step of signing up with your Nova Scotia Work Centre. So those are the places that you go, YMCA and Island Employment. I'm sure it's familiar to a lot of people. If you can sign up through there, so we have your contact information and everything we need to start getting in touch with you. I appreciate what Todd said, and I'm really hopeful that you'll all be back to work very soon. But in the event you're not, we want to prepare you for the next several weeks. We have a new program that we're launching with the province, and it's a learning and training and job search opportunity. In order to be part of this, you have to register with your Nova Scotia Works Centre so that we're able to reach you. There will be a living allowance available to you to help you through the transition, and there'll be some exciting courses and programs to better equip you in the event that it doesn't open for other opportunities that may present themselves in the community. So again, I would really encourage you to start at the Nova Scotia Work Centre and get yourself registered.
I am working, guys, to avoid at all costs us having to do any of this, and I appreciate what the government has done here and stepped up, but my target here their target is to make sure that there's a backup plan. My game plan is to make sure there's an execution plan. So that's what I'm working on now, guys, for that piece. I know there's some questions on the ROEs. Tanya is working that as we speak. We're hoping that we'll be able to get some news later today. I know we were able, again, to get the payroll register, so that's going to be sent. So if anyone plans on egging my house, please don't do it because they're dropping them to my house, okay? I'm serious because I can't afford anybody to, not bring the mail. So with that being said, I will get the payroll register hopefully tomorrow. I think it's going to be overnighted, and we'll get that information and be ready to launch and lock and load when these dollars come in. Again, my biggest commitment here in front of everybody, and I'm going on record to say it, is to get you guys money as soon as I possibly can. I know I'm not giving you a definitive answer, but I'm working it around the clock. I know the importance of this. I don't want it to go another minute. My focus, and that's why I've said to the team, I need you guys to help me on this so I can keep focusing on what I need to. That's pays and getting people back to work, okay? So again, thank you guys for that piece. In closing, guys, I know there's going to be a few questions that we're going to have out there. As far as where we've come and where we're going, again, I can't apologize enough for what has happened. I mean, this is a tragic turn of events where you go from having a profitable business, coming in every day, meeting with your colleagues, having fun, having a joke, whatever the case may be, and I'll tell you, it's very hard getting up today and not having to go and see all you friendly faces. Maybe not all yous, but no. But no, in all due respect, I mean, guys, I think we have a great work group. We have a lot of fun where we're at. I think everybody respects each other. And again, I look at the support that you have in me right now, knowing that I was the guy leading this charge for the last 18 years. I mean, it's very difficult sleeping at night. I will say that when I do have my breakdowns, I have them alone, which is good because I don't want to see people, focus on what I'm going through. I need to focus on what you guys are going through. That really is where I'm at, and that's where my commitment is today, is to get this here job done. And I will promise you that I will not stop until we get everyone paid. I gotta get you guys some money before Christmas, way before Christmas, and I wanna make sure that this deal is closed. I did have the opportunity to speak with the mayor a little earlier. Did Jeff and Derek show up as well? I want you and Derek and Cecil to come up for 1 second. Is there anybody else that we've been meeting with? Because I'll tell you, these guys have been in touch with me 24/7. They have not missed a text, a call. They've been calling day in and day out. And you know what? They're not here for a photo op. They're not here because, hey, I'm a politician. They're here because they're community-based, community-minded at this point. And you know what? I can't thank these guys enough for coming up and showing up, but more importantly, looking to help us out in this transaction. So again, guys, thank you guys very much for your support. Very much support. I'll live a beer one of these days down the road, but anyway. But anyway, guys, I know you probably have a few questions right now. I can take maybe 10, maybe 12, but I do want people to focus on getting with this group up here after the meeting, so you will be able to work with them and helping us transition into the fundraisers or any of the donations that need to happen. I've been getting, and I appreciate this, guys, 100 and 200 texts a day, messages. I just want to make sure that, hey, I can get back to as many of them as possible. These guys are going to offload tremendous amounts of this off my table, which is very, very important to ensure I lock and load on what I had mentioned, okay? So some questions, guys. Yes, Dan?
You set up like a transition team to help out 15 people. How are you going to pick those people?
You're going to have to ask them, man. Yeah. But I do think, guys, what I want to do is I want to make sure that the individuals that we have a lot of experience in this call center where they've worked 8, 10, 12, 15 years. Not to say that someone who worked 1 year hasn't been through the trolley tracks with us. I think what we need to do is we have to have a group where we have some newer people, some middle of the road tenure, and some veterans as well. So we get a good collage of people, not just one group. So I encourage that we go 5, 5, and 5 to really break it out so we have a voice across the board and not just one from one specific group. Guys, I gotta tell you, your patience and your trust in me is something that I cannot thank you guys enough for. It's such a tough time, and standing in front of 300 or 400 people, it's not easy. Looking everyone in the face, knowing that, hey, we're gonna go through Christmas, and are we gonna have something for our children? Are we gonna have something for our family? How am I gonna get through it? Trust me, I will guarantee you this, I won't stop until we get something done here, guys, sooner than later, okay? I promise you that. We have someone that is committed right now on making this deal happen. Because we're working a few things through the process of the bankruptcy, we're locking on that right now as we speak. We have to be very careful on how we do it. We cannot breach any of the court orders, but I will guarantee you this. We've been already talking to Eastlink. We've already been talking to our capital investments that we've made, and we've already made agreements with them to ensure, and I'm using the word we, because I'm anticipating that we're going to lock and load on this. I've been on the phone every day with him. I will say this, I will give you guys an opportunity as well, probably within the next couple of days to, and again, we'll have to do this very, very carefully. I know some people have their belongings. I want you guys to be able to, somebody had a notebook, somebody had what's very personal information in it. So we will be working and setting up some times where people can get access to what they have there. Please do not steal the computers because we're going to need them. All right?
Meetings with the government about the EI claims that everybody would have put in. Is there any word on it being expedited or when we could expect to receive those payments?
Yeah, what I've done is we've had a meeting on Friday. They're going to set up a reference number. I wanted to make sure before we got back in contact with them that we would have, this meeting first to see where we were. Now knowing where we are over the weekend, we'll be in touch with the unemployment to ensure that we will have this reference number. And please watch for the Facebook posts on our site. Watch for mine as well. I'm sure the majority we've been all signed up together. I'll get that information to you guys. That's one of my next steps now, knowing where we're at and where we have to go.
In regards to the EI, where there's huge amount in this area, is there a possibility of waiving the 1 week waiting period?
I wish I could give you that answer, but that will be some questions that they'll be able to answer for you. Well, hang on one second, guys. They're actually on the provincial side. We are working with the federal government on that side.
Can they work together?
Well, that's what we're doing now. That's why we met on Friday. Yeah, that's why we met on Friday.
You can call and ask for that pay, and if we get paid, you just have to pay it back.
Those are questions that we're going to work with the HRDC group on, and also the unemployment. So we'll be working that. Look for this reference number.
So with regards to records of employment, they're going to go electronically to Service Canada. So I'm just waiting today on the final word on when they're going to drop. Our normal process, like every day of the week, is that somebody has to manually go in and do the termination or the separation for each person. So the good thing in this case is that Ceridian can do like a massive layoff, which is good, which will make it 100 times easier for everybody. So that's good news. I did receive an update this morning that everything's been transferred, everything's closed off, so I'm just waiting to see exactly when those ROEs are going to hit Service Canada. I'd really like to capture everyone's most up-to-date contact information, so your phone number and your email address. We're also providing that to the Department of Labor. I've been working with them as well. They do have a file open for us, so they might want to reach somebody for something, so I'd like to get that information from everybody here. So if you're sending, you can just send me an email. I'll also post this information on our Facebook page for anybody that doesn't, whatever. And yeah, anybody that's not here, thank you, Angela, that's what I'm trying to say. So also too, if you're gonna send me your contact information, like your email, please put your name there as well if it's not in your email. Our phone number is out of order as far as I know. So I may get calls from Service Canada once those ROEs hit, okay? With the pay dates and everything, it's a little confusing. So I am gonna get a number that Service Canada can call me on. I will post that as well. I just wanna make sure if they have any questions, they can get somebody to answer those so there's not any delays or anything like that. So if anybody has any questions, email me, Facebook me, whatever.
Normally when you get an ROE, it has your vacation earnings and all that stuff,
Yeah.
but since we haven't gotten that, what's our last pay date gonna be?
We're following up on that.
Yeah, we're following up on the actual pay date. I know different people that have called Service Canada, they've gotten kind of different answers from different people, depends on who you get. And nothing against Service Canada, I love them. But we are gonna confirm that for everyone, and we'll keep posting. I'll keep posting today on our Facebook page and you know, everything.
Hey guys, I need to reiterate one more time. It's very important to register today to expedite this process with the Employment Nova Scotia. This can help fast track the living allowance, fast track what the program states. So these two fine ladies up here, please take the time. They'll be here for a while to help you guys out, but this will fast track a lot of the funds that are available right now. That is really going to be the key, okay guys? So listen, I will continue to work. I'm hoping to have another update within the next 24 to 48 hours at the latest, and I will continue to have some town halls until this is completely done. I don't want this to be something that, hey, is a one-time thing. I want to keep you guys up to date. The team here as well, guys, will be looking for support where people will be able to, have some time to receive some donations. I'm working now with the Ashby Legion. We're looking to have it open at 9 o'clock in the morning until probably 5 o'clock, where we have some people here where they can drop off some food, they can drop off donations, etc., etc. So please look for all that. I can't thank you guys enough in your patience for this, again, this horrible act of cowardice, to be honest with you. So please bear with me. I'll keep you guys up to date every step of the way, okay? Thank you guys very much. Thank you.
Too close to stay, too far to leave. I guess that's just life on this border.